Good afternoon to you. And now we are going to be picking up from where I ended last time. We are going to be looking at the new concepts we are going to look at the new concepts as come up in the field of geography. And when you look at the concept that have been developing or that have come into what we call geomorphology, they are saying that the first point we are going to be looking at that says that over years a better relationship has developed between geography, geomorphology, and geology. In other words, when you look at geology, it basically looks at the study of rocks. So they're attributing geomorphology, geography, to what we have termed as geology. So when you go ahead, they are saying that geomorphology is closely associated with geography, and we have said that geomorphology is closely associated with geography and geology. But geographers and geologists have contributed vastly to the development of geomorphological studies, especially with works of different scholars. They are talking about Davis, Windledge, then they talk about Morgan, then B.W. Spark. These ones believe that geomorphology is part of geology. Uh, they are saying that as it is realized during the recent decades that geomorphology has been more than geographical in terms of its existence. They are saying that European nations they are increasing a trend recognizing geomorphology as a branch of geography, and also they are saying that there has been an increase in geomorphological studies, and several scholars make of a significant use or importance in terms of growth of geomorphology. So, these ones we are looking at how people or how geographers or how different scholars have brought in new ideas or new concepts in the field of geomorphology. We have said that some people have gone ahead to say that geomorphology is also related to what we have called geology. So according to them, that's what they are trying to mean, according to their research and also according to their observation in terms of geomorphology, that it relates with the uh, geology. With the geology, I say that this one, it deals with what we call the study of rocks and the other aspects. Then the other thing they're talking about the growth of structure geomorphology. With the structure geomorphology, we are looking at the study of different landforms, landform structures created by different activities. For instance, volcanicity, talk about tectonic activities, talk about crustal behaviors, and also what we have termed as deformation. Those are some of the things that have led to the growth of structural geomorphology. And also they are talking about the role against addendational process is also gaining importance there according to the different trends that are taking place in the studies of different landforms. When we proceed to the another part, we are going to be looking at what we have termed as the increasing criticism against the Downey's model. For him, according to his concept, he considers that important parts of geographical studies and all scholars have included Downey's concept, but modern geographical studies, for its concept still contains little information and what we have little Downey's theory or thinking. That among the theories that have been coming up, theories that criticize the Downey's model, it is still little, and very many people have asserted their assumptions according to his theories. So they are saying that people have little thinking about his theory of development of landforms as that of modern geomorphological processes. When you go on there, they are saying that the growth of the climatic geomorphology is also another concept that we have to talk about, because for it has been as engaged in terms of field, as a number of scholars believe that climate has a deep impression on the landscape if other things remain the same. They are saying that the kind of a landscape engage with varying climate conditions, and also the climate asserts that the indirect influence of climate in form of distribution, also in terms of natural vegetation, is also of a great importance. And they are saying that what controls that? It is only the climate that controls a process in terms of the existence of different features, for instance, like vegetation and other things. So that is the growth of climate, climatic geomorphology. They are saying that we also have what we call the growth of applied geomorphology. This applied geomorphology deals with the application of what we have termed as geomorphological knowledge in our day-to-day life. They are saying now this one, it deals in fields like engineering, construction, talk about dams, talk about dam mining, then talk about irrigation projects, talk about flood controls and regional planning. So this growth of applied system, they tend to be using technology in order to embrace the activities or the purposes of the study. When we push on to another, we are talking about the growth of quantitative geomorphology. This quantitative geomorphology, it looks at the field study in terms of fields like as field survey, laboratory, and what we call practical experiences that may be conducted in order to get what we call the quantitative geomorphological processes or activity. They are saying that now these ones, they are not actually drastic, but they improve the standards of research by improving the levels of measurements, and also look at the geomorphological concepts within a specific area or within a specific field, depending to what we have talked about. For instance, the field survey, laboratory, and practical experiences. These ones deal with figures and also deal with what we call the level of measurement in there that should be considered very much to come up with and organize the development studies. Then they talk about climatology as the geomorphological studies that we are going to be looking there, as we are going to be looking at this time. We are going to be seeing how climatology study influences given activities and also other things within the environment. In the first point, they're saying that climatology, with the climatology, they are saying that it covers the atmosphere. And when they talk about the atmosphere, they're referring to climate and weather. When you look at weather, with weather, we know that this refers to the sum of total of the atmospheric conditions in terms of temperatures, pressure, direction, speed, wind, humidity, clouds, precipitation, visibility, and very many others. So this one main deals with the climate aspect. They're saying that it varies greatly over the entire face of the earth, hence is a subject of great geographical importance once somebody studies it. They are saying the term climate, this one is closely related to the weather, because it gives what we call a great or what we have termed as an indicator of both weather and climate, like temperatures, rainfall, pressure, and humidity. That is climate. Then the other thing, we are going to be looking at what is entailed with climate. We are talking about the dynamic, then theoretical meteorology. This one studies the motions of the atmosphere by analyzing the physical variabilities of pressure, density, temperatures, and velocity in order to protect the features or future state of the atmosphere. That is climate or meteorology. Then we have what we call the ocean geography. This one deals with the study around water bodies such as oceans and seas. According to H.M. Maynard, for him, he states that he says that science uh, say that ocean geography, the science of seas, embracing the primarily the study of the form and the nature of ocean basins, characteristics of water in the form of basins, and also movements to form or in which water are subjected to and which water are subjected to. So this one mainly deals with the landforms being created in, and it deals with the aspect or the study of seas and oceans. Then when you move on, we are going to be looking at what we have termed as a biography. When you look at the biography, this one it gives what we call a spatial and the temporary analysis of the distribution of plants and animals on the Earth's surface. In other words, we shall be seeing that we are going to be looking at what we have termed as the plant geography and also animal geography. As those types in there, they fall under what we call biography. When you move on, as I've told you that we are going to be seeing the plant and the animal geography. With the plant and animal geography, they're saying that this is an important part of biological by geographical studies and can be studied through different approaches, but the most important approach deals with the holistic plants geography and ecological plant geography. So that one deals with the study of plants in there and how human relate with the environment where those things happen to be in terms of vegetation. And then the other I was talking about is what we have termed as animal geography. This one mainly looks at or is termed to be as zoology, which deals with the study of animals, below which the level of accumulated uh, the accumulated aspects in terms of man and how man interacts with the environment where animals tend to be existing. They're saying that geographers usually study zoology both in terms of regions and in terms of taxonomy. So that's how those forms tend to be looking like. And when you see there, we have a chart trying to show how things try to happen and how they are displayed. It shows ecology, it shows what you call biography, soils, meteorology, hydrology, morphology, marine geography, then geology. So that's how the flow chart looks like. I think when we shall be coming back, shall be looking at another thing. But below there, they're saying that what are the 5 classifications of climatology? Then they are saying which of the two are best divisions of ocean geography. Then they are saying why biography is important, why biography is an important branch of geography study. Then the other is what are the 3 forms of the relief in morphological study. I think that one talked about the first, we talked about the relief first order, second order, and also the third order. The other thing now where we are going to be picking up, we are going to be looking at the slope of physical geography. In other words, the slope development. In there, we shall be seeing how the slope tends to be looking like and what do we have on given slopes. And also we see different questions there, and then we shall be pushing up to the trends. For now, I beg we stop here, where we shall be picking up next time from.